Hi all, welcome to LegicQuest. This is part 2 of geometry video which I have posted some days before. We are going to learn certain very basic things about triangle. We will learn about medians, centroid and Apollonius theorem, the first one here. We will also learn about altitudes and orthocenter. We will learn about internal angle bisector, the theorem and the incenter. We'll also learn about perpendicular bisectors and circumcenter. So first thing first, start with medians. Median is what? If you draw a line joining from a vertex, suppose here A, to the midpoint of other side BC, the midpoint is D here, I will get a median here then. So it is a line joining a vertex to the midpoint of opposite side. Obviously, the moment I join a median, my BD will be equal to CD because obviously these are equal parts. Area of this will be equal to area of this also. So these are very important. Also, when I draw a median, I can apply Apollonius theorem also. What exactly Apollonius theorem does it? It connects the length of medians to the length of other sides. So if you are drawing a median AD, the lines which are surrounding AD are AB and AC. So AB ka square plus AC ka square, the surrounding lines of that median is equal to 2 of the median ka square, the median we have drawn, and the BD ka square. BD is the half length here. I have written this here also, you can see it as BD is equal to CD. I mean these are equal, so you can also write it as AD square plus CD square, and as BD equal to CD is equal to BC by 2. I mean these are nothing but half length of BC. This will be equal to 2 AD square plus BC square by 4 also. I mean these all mean the same thing. So if you draw three medians from A to AD, this one, from B to B, this one, and from C to CF, this one. If I draw three medians, they will intersect at a point called centroid. So centroid is the meeting point of all three medians here. Now very important, centroid divides a median in the ratio of 2:1. The 2 is the upper part and 1 is the lower part. I mean the 2 is near the vertex and 1 is near the midpoint of the side. So we will get AO by OD equal to 2 by 1. Similarly, you can also write BO by OE 2 by 1. Also, CO by OF is also equal to 2 by 1. Another thing which is very important is that if we have a centroid here and I connect that centroid from all the vertices, then these three triangle 1, triangle 2 and triangle 3 will have same area. Area of OAB is equal to area of OBC, area of OAC. I mean these have equal areas. Also a very important theorem on centroid or median is that there is a theorem which connects the lengths of medians to the lengths of sides. So if the lengths of side ka square is like AB square plus BC square plus CA square, and lengths of medians are AD square plus B square plus CF square, then what will happen? 4 into the sum of squares of median's length is equal to 3 into the sum of square of the sides of the triangle. Very important, please remember this. Now next concept is altitude and orthocenter. If you drop a perpendicular from a vertex to the opposite side, the line is called altitude, and the moment you drop a perpendicular you can find area of triangle through this formula, the altitude and the base on which altitude is drawn. In this figure, AD is the altitude, BC is the base on which this altitude is drawn. Similarly, you can drop other perpendicular. From B it will be B on AC, from C it will be CF on AB. So area can be half into B into AC or area can be half into CF into AB. Another thing to note is that the meeting point is called orthocenter, and if you have been given the ratio of AD is to B and B is to CF, you can find out ratio of sides with the help of this. AB is to BC is to CA can be found out if ratios of your perpendiculars are given through this. Using this area formula, you can find out the ratio of sides if ratio of altitudes are given. Very important. So if I draw altitudes and the center of their intersection point is orthocenter, suppose I have to find out angle BOC in terms of angle A. Angle BOC in terms of angle A. So you can see angle BOC will be equal to the vertically opposite angle, which is angle FOE. Angle FOE is equal to angle BOC, and this quadrilateral will have two angles as 90 degree and one angle FOE and one angle A. So you can write angle A plus angle FOE equal to 180, because total angle has to be 360 degree and two are already sum up to 180 degree, this and this. So these two will sum up to 180 degree. So angle A and angle FOE becomes 180 degree, and angle FOE comes in terms of A as 180 minus A. So you have been given this angle. Suppose this is 60 degree, and you have to find out if O is the orthocenter. You have to find out this angle. This will be 180 minus 60, which is 120 degree. Very important, remember this. Third is internal angle bisector. So internal angle bisector is the line which bisects the angle. I mean, both the angle will be equal here. The moment I draw a internal angle bisector, AD in this case, I will be able to apply internal angle bisector theorem, which is AB by AC, the line surrounding AD, is equal to BD and CD. I mean, these BD and CD are not equal. The ratio of BD by CD is equal to the ratio of AB by AC here. The moment I draw all three internal angle bisectors, I will have a point of intersection which is called incenter. Incenter is a very important point here. Also, if you find out angle BIC, suppose you have been given I is the incenter and you have to find out angle BIC in terms of angle A. So you can see the angle of BIC in terms of angle A can be found out how. Angle of BIC will be equal to 180 minus angle of B by 2 plus angle of C by 2, because these are B by 2 and B by 2, these are C by 2 and C by 2. So 180 may say B by 2 and C by 2, if subtracted, will give you angle BIC. Again, angle B plus C is equal to 180 minus angle A by 2. So angle A, so 180 minus angle A divided by 2. If you calculate that, you will kind of get 90 plus angle A by 2. If angle A is given, your angle BIC will be 90 plus A by 2. What is the mean? If I have a incenter here, I have been given angle A. So if angle A is suppose given as 60 degree, then angle BIC will be 90 plus 60 by 2, yani 120 degree. Very important concept, remember this. Now, the moment I draw three angle bisectors, I get the intersection point, which will be called incenter here. I is the incenter here. If I draw a perpendicular from I to any of the sides, from this to this, this to this, or this to this, I will have in radius, the length from I to a perpendicular to the nearby side is equal to in radius. The moment I have in radius and center, this is my center, this is my in radius, I can draw a circle which touches all 3 points. So all 3 points are touched, and this circle will be called in circle. So if you want to find out in radius, it will be delta by S, which is area by semi perimeter. Area you have to find out using the triangle's area formula, and semi perimeter will be sum of sides divided by 2. Very important, remember this formula. So last concept, the perpendicular bisectors and orthocenter. So perpendicular bisector, if you draw on a line, it will be at 90 degree to a particular line, and it will also divide the line into equal parts. If I draw three such lines, I will get point of intersection, which is called orthocenter. So perpendicular bisector, BD equal to CD will come, and angle will be 90 degree. Now meeting point of all three angle by perpendicular bisector is circumcenter. Very important concept this is. So if I draw three perpendicular bisectors, I am getting what? Circumcenter. Now, if this circumcenter is joined to any of the vertices, so I will get a radius, which is called circumradius. From here to here also, from here to here also, the lines are equal, will be called circumradius. Now if I take center and take radius like this and draw a circle, it will, the circle which touch all the three vertices and will be outside the triangle. I mean circumscribe the triangle. Again, if you see this angle BOC is the angle made by this chord in the circle. I mean BC will become a chord as soon as you draw a circle. The chord BC is making angle BAC at what? At circumference. So angle BAC on circumference and angle BOC on center. You know, in a circle, the angle made at center is twice the angle made at circumference. So angle BOC will be twice of angle A. Very important concept. Please remember this. Also, if you know the sides of the triangle and the area, you can find out circumradius. Circumradius will be product of side A into B into C and the 4 into area. Very important formula this is. So all the points are now covered. Remember that median is related to centroid and Apollonis theorem. Altitude is related to orthocenter. Internal angle bisector is related to incenter. Perpendicular bisectors are related to circumcenter. Also remember the formulas I have discussed, they are very important. Now some of the points which should be mentioned. In equilateral triangle, all four points coincide. All 4 points means centroid, orthocenter, circumcenter and incenter, they coincide. In isosceles triangle, all 4 points lie on the line from vertex to non-equal side. So if I have two equal side AB and AC and this is BC which is unequal, then from A to BC, if I draw a median, this is a median, then all 4 points will lie on this only. In obtuse triangle, orthocenter and circumcenter will lie outside the triangle. In a right angle triangle, suppose this is the triangle, then this point B will be orthocenter and the midpoint of hypotenuse will be circumcenter. Midpoint of the hypotenuse will be circumcenter. That's all guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Please keep watching. I will be updating it regularly. Also please send your feedback to my mail ID which is in description. I will also be attaching the documents related to videos in my description from now onwards. Thank you so much.